Let's start with WordWriter. This is where you can plan, write, and export a complete book. We have two options here. The first is start from scratch. This is for creating a new book from the beginning. The second option is upload manuscript. If you already have a manuscript, you can use this option to bring your existing work into WordWriter instead of starting over. When we select Upload Manuscript, we can upload an existing file or manuscript. After that, we can return to the new book setup. First, we have Book Title. Next is Describe your book. Here, we give a short description of what the book is about. Next is Target Audience. Here, we can specify who the book is written for. Now we have What are you creating? There are three choices: book, collection, and series. For this example, we select book. Once the information is ready, select Create. Now we move to Generate your outline. At the top, we can choose the type of book or template we want to work with. Next, we select the genre. The genre helps guide the type of story and writing structure that WordWriter creates. For this example, we're working with science fiction. Next, we choose the number of chapters. Below that, we can choose the numbering style. This controls how the chapters will be organized. Once these settings are ready, select Generate Outline. WordWriter now creates the outline based on the information we provided. The generated outline gives us the chapter titles and a short description of what each chapter will cover. This gives us a chance to review the structure before generating the actual chapter content. Once the outline is ready, we can create the chapters. Now we're inside the chapter editor. On the left, we can see the chapters in our book. We can select a chapter from this list and work on it individually. In the center is the writing area. This is where the generated chapter will appear. Now we come to Story Bible. The Story Bible keeps the important information about your book in one place. This includes things like the book description, outline, synopsis, characters, setting, world building, central conflict, themes, narrative voice, tense, and style notes. We have Guide this chapter. This is where we can give specific instructions for the chapter. We can explain what we want to happen, what information should be included, or what direction we want the chapter to take. Now we move to Story Continuity. These options help keep the chapter consistent with the rest of the book. We can control how the chapter follows the existing story, including the chapter order and point of view. We can also add continuity notes when there are specific details that need to remain consistent. Next, we have Citations. This section can be used when the chapter needs references or source information. After that, we have Writing Style. Next is Word Count. This controls the length of the chapter. We can choose the word count that best fits the amount of content we want. Finally, we have Output Language. Here we choose the language we want the chapter to be generated in. Once all of these settings are ready, we can generate the chapter. WordWriter now uses the outline and the instructions we provided to create the content. We can also use the tools available in the editor to help develop the story further. Brainstorm can help us come up with ideas or decide what should happen next. Once we're satisfied with the chapter, we can continue working on the remaining chapters using the same process. Under Full Book, we can export all chapters as Word, EPUB, or PDF. And that's the complete workflow. Start with a new book or an existing manuscript, create the outline, build the chapters, guide the writing, choose the word count and language, and then generate and refine the final content.